Running shoes now will cost Americans $230.
So we have a lot to walk through this morning, including a live report from Beijing on the reaction there. But let's get started. NBC's Peter Alexander, who is at the White House this morning. And Peter, as we look at the markets this morning, looks like we're already in for another wild ride. Good morning.
Savannah, Willie, good morning to both of you. You're right. First, that 104% tariff now in effect on all Chinese imports. That's among the largest the U.S. has ever slapped on a foreign country. China quickly retaliating within the last couple of hours, hiking its tariffs to 84%. The markets, as you note, watching closely. Here's a live look at the boards right now. We're keeping a close eye on it. You can see the Dow hovering in the green for the moment, which might be a good indication of some optimism there. But there are new questions this morning on when and by how much the prices you pay will start going up for TVs to toys. This morning, an explosive new chapter in President Trump's escalating trade war as his sweeping new tariffs on nearly 90 countries, including almost all major U.S. trading partners, kick in.
I know what the hell I'm doing.
Despite rattled markets, recession fears, and prices predicted to rise for consumers, President Trump, in a speech to lawmakers, insisted he has things under control.
You know what I'm doing, too. That's why you vote for me.
After some White House officials initially said the tariffs were not a bargaining chip,
this is not a negotiation.
the president's message is now clear, boasting that nearly 70 trading partners are looking to make deals.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, sir, make a deal.
While many Republicans still support the president's trade war, a growing number are now openly expressing anxiety about the tariffs.
Who pays these high tariffs? In the short, medium term, it will be the consumer.
After one Republican introduced a bill aiming to rein in the president's powers to levy tariffs, the president is telling them to back off.
You don't negotiate like I negotiate.
All of it amounting to widespread uncertainty, including for small business owners like Haley Pavoni, who runs a women's footwear company.
It kind of feels, honestly, like small businesses are being used as pawns or almost seen as collateral damage in this broader trade war.
The tariff turmoil even sparking a hostile public feud between two top Trump officials. Billionaire Elon Musk tearing into top trade advisor Peter Navarro, calling him a moron and dumber than a sack of bricks, after Navarro took a swipe at Musk on CNBC.
He's not a car manufacturer. He's a car assembler in many cases.
The White House brushing it off.
Boys will be boys, and we will let their public sparring continue.
The president, in his new comments from overnight, not just leaning into these tariffs, but promising more, specifically on pharmaceuticals, drugs that millions of Americans rely on, announcing that he will soon slap a major tariff on that industry's imports, predicting it'll lead drug companies to leave China and come home. Back to you.
Peter Alexander leading us off. Thank you, Peter.
While some countries do appear ready to negotiate, China is not backing down, blasting the new tariffs as blackmail and vowing to fight to the end, in their words, even before those tariffs took effect. NBC's Janice Mackey-Frayer joins us now from Beijing. Janice, good morning.
Willie, good morning. President Trump's tariff blitz is threatening to upend a global trading system that has existed for years and puts China in the crosshairs. China is showing no sign of backing down, and neither is President Trump.
They want to make a deal. They really do. They want to make a deal. They just don't know how to get it started. Because they're proud people.
And so at midnight, U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods soared to 104% on everything from clothing and shoes to toys and tech. Costs that will be hard for factory owner Jeffy Ma to absorb. Let's say for the average baseball hat, people are going to pay more.
Yeah, sure. That's the design.
Duties on other countries kicked in too, a punishing 49% on Cambodia, 46% for Vietnam. Key hubs for American companies like Nike, Lululemon, and Apple. Japan and South Korea are sending trade teams to the White House to seek relief. But no country is more targeted than China, long considered the world's factory. Beijing has retaliated with rounds of tariffs and restrictions of their own. President Trump overnight also tripling duties to 90% on small packages that help the rise of Chinese giants Shein and Temu. This is a massive distribution center that's being built just for Shein, over 5 million square feet. Cheap goods from China will cost U.S. consumers more for the things used in every American home. Target deals with 2,500 factories here, and 80% of all toys in the U.S. are made in China. China's Commerce Ministry said today the country has a firm will and abundant means to fight a trade war with the U.S. The rift now considered a sensitive issue on Chinese social media, where hashtags using 104% have been censored. Chinese officials have announced more tariffs, rising them to 84% on U.S. imports. There's also talk of a ban on Hollywood films here and possibly cutting off talks with the U.S. on fentanyl cooperation. Trade has long been a pillar of the U.S.-China relationship, and it's breaking, and neither side appears willing to budge. Willie?
Janice Mackey-Frary in Beijing this morning. Janice, thanks so much.
All right, we want to focus on a big question a lot of you are asking this